this is part 8 of our Wind Temple Let's Play, and in this part we are going to be making our way all the way up to the boss fight.
It's just going to take us a long time to get there.
Well, let's be honest, one room takes us a long time to get there.
Ray, we need you to record more gameplay.
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm like at a disadvantage here a little bit.
We do get to have a lot of laughs at your expense, and I apologize for that.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Hey, we're having fun with it.
You're having fun.
I'm watching some of these Let's Plays, and I'm like, what is he doing?
Dude, it's worse when you're, like I said, like when you're cutting them, and like when you get confused when you're cutting them.
Yeah.
Like there's been many times I've been cutting these, I'm like, God, you're an idiot.
Hey, we never said we were the best Zelda players in the world.
No, we're not.
So.
We just have fun doing it.
We do. But we're actually spend almost this entire part outside of that main central chamber for the first time in a long time.
It's like the we'll be going through that, like not the main, but that really long horizontal room. Is that right off the center main room?
I think so, or it's close.
Okay, it's close enough.
Yeah.
I just don't remember the layout of this dungeon that much, and like we've had so many parts I've completely forgotten where everything's at basically.
Well, and I feel like it's
we do come to this room a lot, though. I mean, I know it's like a central hub, but man, do we spend a lot of time in this room.
And I feel dumb. I just said we don't spend much time in here, but we don't. We're only in here for a minute or two, I think. Poor Maker's about to take one on the chin.
This reminds me of the main room in Lake Bed.
Yeah.
But I was there a lot for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't figure out what the heck I was doing in that one.
Oh, my gosh. I
don't have a clue why I came back in this room.
It was scenic.
Yeah, but that's kind of the way, actually that's exactly right, Red. Like, I remember, like, I knew I was getting close to the end of the dungeon.
Yep.
I already had the big key.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked this dungeon. I wanted to go around,
get
some more, like, view some more of it. Like,
make some more memories.
Taking some of the scenery. I was taking a scenic route to the boss room, okay?
Hey, I like that theory.
And that's what I do in all the Zelda games where I get stuck.
It's just,
I'm just taking a scenic route.
We're just taking in the sights to be seen, especially this close to the end. Like you said, you're almost done.
And if you like a dungeon that much, like you see me struggling there. That's so wrong.
That was a poor placement.
Like it's so I guess it makes sense because if you don't command him, he's just standing there.
Yeah,
he's not moving, and that would trigger the enemy to move towards you. But
you got out of there in a hurry.
Yeah, I knew I had to. Well, what else was I going to do?
Yeah, that actually. I had a really big pain in the neck.
Well, I was going to have to fly back up there and get him.
Oh god,
that's the only thing I could have done. Which, in this dungeon it wouldn't have been so bad because
the fan helps.
No, actually, now that I think about it, we need Maker to step on that switch.
Yeah.
To make us ride that elevator to get above the fan. So is there? I can't remember.
You might be able to find something to hookshot onto.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Maybe.
But that hookshot's not a very long hookshot, though.
No, it definitely makes you miss the long shot.
Now you can travel around I don't remember exactly where these doors go. I mean, maybe you can travel around a little bit through the doors and.
They might.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Here's where we got the hookshot originally. So literally, there's so many
back in part 1 of
it's been a long time. But it's funny though because after we got the hookshot way back when, we came into this room, looked around for 2 seconds, and then said, "Nope, not the room we need to be in."
Yeah.
And now we're actually going to finally make our way through this room. We actually visited once a long time ago.
And I found myself thinking about this room today. And I wish they would have used a wind gust, where we could use the leap. We had a horizontal room.
Yeah.
Use wind gust, and you had to use the leap to kind of fly across, and maybe it'd been a black what do they call it, a bottomless pit.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And we just had to use the leap to fly across it. I thought that would just been a great idea in this room, especially using the wind concept in that way.
Yeah, I think that would have been neat. And it's not like they've used that before in Zelda games. If you think back to not all the way across, but things like the Shadow Temple or Palace of Winds.
Yeah, we flew all the way across that. It's a 2D game, but we flew all the way across the area.
It's the same concept.
You just had the sky below you. I kind of just wish we would use the wind to fly all the way across this room instead of walking across it.
And I know.
Come on, Nintendo.
We've got ideas.
Yeah,
they're not always good, but we've got ideas.
But no more escort missions.
No more escort missions.
Think about it takes Maker and we've complained about this with a lot of different games that had escort missions.
Thanks, Rudo.
Look at she ruined it for everybody. But look how long it takes Maker to fly across there. It adds especially if you're screwing up as much as Red is in this Let's Play. It takes a long time to get through the dungeon.
I'm just glad that Maker has a longer magic meter than we do.
Definitely.
Because there were a lot of instances where if we just had the regular magic meter, we'd have been in trouble.
Now I do like this room right here because if you look on the side, there's it's got kind of a wood look to it.
Yeah,
kind of takes you back a little bit. Yeah, exactly. It takes you a little bit back to Forbidden Woods, kind of.
Yeah. And also, if you look down at the bottom, when we were flying with Maker, all the way to the bottom down the sides, it looks like it's water down there.
Yeah, I was wondering, I didn't go down there and look, but I thought on the sides was just bottomless death basically.
But it looks like there's
AKA lose one heart.
Yeah.
But
the bottomless pits of slight peril.
We can't see right here, but I do wonder if there's ground down there or not.
Like I said, it does look like there's water that you can land in, and I would imagine there has to be some way.
I was trying to look, and then you did a hook shot. So kind of messed up.
I'm not sure if
this looks like there's stuff you can see like green stuff down there. I think you're right. I think there's like a. You know what? That's actually a good point. Like it looks like there is water down there.
Yeah.
And one of the things I complained about earlier was that I wish they would have water.
Yeah.
Or like the Forbidden Woods kind of had like mud.
Just
I kind of wish they had some kind of liquid, and like it does look like there is water down there.
Too bad we never make our way down there.
The one place I don't screw up is in this room.
I know. Well, here's my thought though. I wonder if it's even something we could land in, or if it's just there for appearances, and it would just teleport.
That could be.
Back.
That could be a good point.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think so. Because you haven't really had any of that in this game. Like,
Not really.
Where you saw something. I mean, this is an HD remake. If they put something down there on the Wii U, I do kind of now.
I want you to jump off the edge. Come on, Hick, just jump off the edge.
Now, is that maybe some of the dead grass though? It's like water.
It might be.
You can see like kind of the brown patches that we talked about.
And
that
from the distance,
that could be some dead grass down there.
It actually might be. That's a good question.
And the rest of the video is in this room.
Yeah, so strap yourselves in. This is
excitement.
Yeah. I was going to say it's kind of entertaining if you like to watch us suffer a little bit.
It took me forever to figure out this room, and like. I kept on thinking you could go through that center area right there.
Yeah, like right down the middle.
And I thought the blocks were just for like the blade traps. Just like kind of hold the blade traps in place. And I should have figured this one out just a little bit faster. Because like, the thing is like, you use the iron boots.
Yep.
And like I didn't think about it in the first room and it cost me. So like, I should have learned my mistakes from the first room.
We don't always learn from our mistakes.
But you know what? Yeah, exactly. I'm sure we're not the only ones that have problems in this room.
No, it is very entertaining. Like once you get that block to as far as you can before the wind starts affecting you, and I swear you roll into the block about 40 times.
Dude. I don't give up. I do not give up.
You were stubborn.
I have an idea. I call it hard, like not willing to give up.
Determined.
Determined. Yeah. Not stubborn, determined.
That's a good way to look at it.
People can look at it different ways.
Yeah. But I definitely see where you were coming from, though, just thinking that you could just walk right down the middle where it doesn't look like there's the wind.
Well, I thought, and this makes sense, I thought I could use the block as, so the wind wouldn't hit me.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
See, here's the thing. Yeah, in real life, that makes a lot of sense. Behind, a big box structure, the wind's not going to hit you.
Yeah, otherwise, if it was strong enough, it'd be blowing the block, too.
Yeah, if you're standing behind a building, you're not going to have any wind hit you. So, I thought it was a great...
the logic was sound.
Yeah, I thought it was a great logic. just that did not work.
It just wasn't Zelda logic.
And, I just said there... Yeah, exactly. It was not Zelda logic.
But, yeah,
I did try quite a bit, though.
Poor Link, I'm pretty sure, has a concussion after this. Back when...
right there, I was thinking maybe I wasn't grabbing onto it right or something. I actually... There at first, I didn't notice I was getting, pushed back.
Yeah.
I thought I just maybe... I don't know.
Trust me, I'm pretty sure I struggled in this room, too. So, it's been a while since I played, but... Yeah, we take our time.
Yeah. Well, once again, the scenery, man. I'm taking there's only one route down this hallway, but I'm looking at the surroundings. Even though the camera is not circling around, I'm looking at my peripherals to see the whole dungeon.
Link is really just admiring, trying to figure out how those fans work. I think that's what it is.
Exactly.
It's how are those things even work?
Oh yeah, exactly. We talk about the technology of this place. Yep. We're kind of big electronic people.
Yep.
I was thinking more about the technology than really figuring out the room. I mean,
should be thinking about the technology of how those blade traps get you.
Yeah. Blade trap 3, Hick 0. Yeah. I like how I go into it 3 separate times.
Yeah, that was a rough moment.
I don't know if you noticed, I was trying to talk through it, and you're like, nope, I'm not going to allow that. I'm not going to let him off the hook.
No, blade traps have been a pain in every single daggone Zelda.
I just like how I kept on trying to flip through it.
Yeah.
Flipping somehow would get me through that blade trap.
And the wind was making sure you stayed right on top of it.
It's kind of a funny room.
It is. I think you just fly Maker to the other side this time just to get him out of the way, if I'm not mistaken.
No, I thought I could use him. I thought I could use him. He runs out of his magic or flying energy or whatever you want to call it, stamina. Actually, it's purple, so it probably is a stamina bar.
Stamina, yeah.
But then I get lucky because he kind of gets blown back, but he hits a little ledge. He just stays there. I remember I was like, well, I can't use him for anything myself. It's all on me.
But at least he was able to get above the wind and stay over there for a moment. But yeah, him getting into that corner right there actually really helps out.
Well, not really because, actually...
Since we don't need him.
Actually, you do have to get him over there, don't you? Because you can't stop those fans. Could you?
Correct. Yeah, I think you had to get him over there somehow.
Okay, so you'd have to get him over there. Okay, so actually that could be very tough. Because he gets blown all the way back, so, you had to pretty much use that ledge right there.
Now, I'm wondering if that's why it's there, because there's one on each side you can see.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering, like, I didn't look, but if there's a switch, like in the next room, to turn those fans off. Or,
I remember now.
Or Maker could maybe plant a tree in the next room.
And he'll turn them off.
He'll turn them off. Like, I know
how that works.
I know I did not look since he was already over there.
Yeah, he was where we needed him to be.
Yeah, so, but I'm kind of curious. You know what?
Man, you finally had your eureka moment, though. When you finally stopped for a second.
Yeah.
I see you equipping the iron.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the light bulb went off.
I remember I was like, that's how every Zelda, like, everybody gets stuck, and you included, like,
absolutely.
We get stuck in different places.
Yep.
Like, there's a puzzle that you might not be able to figure out, that I have to figure out in 2 minutes.
It happens.
And then, like, right here, I think you said you struggled too, but, like, I mean, everybody struggles in different places, and
I'm glad you fast forwarded here a little bit.
Sometimes you just face palm.
Yep.
Sometimes you just face palm, man.
Often in Zelda games for us.
I want to see, I want to look around. Yeah, that took so long to go get him with those iron boots.
I know, it's such a pain.
I'm trying to see if there's like a switch anywhere.
I don't think so. I think that may have been how you had to get him over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That actually, like I said, that's very tough. Like to get him a now. I wonder, like, maybe if you use your, like, stamina right, if you can fly him all the way to, like, the corner of the room, and maybe that fan doesn't hit him. So maybe I just didn't get Maker far enough. I don't know.
Or the only other thing I can think of is if once you get the blocks in place, you could walk back, pick him up, and carry him all the way across with the iron boots on. But that would take forever.
Yeah, that would take.
Just walking all the way across.
Actually, that's a good point. You probably could carry him with the iron boots.
But it's such an annoying.
Which would not make sense at all because in that main room, once that wind hit him, his helicopter started, like, going crazy. So, I mean, it probably does work.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm curious. Could you pick him up with the iron boots and carry him across there? Because that would make no sense compared to what happened in the main room.
We've been curious about a lot of things here in this podcast.
Yeah,
that's for sure. We need to explore. We need to go.
I was curious at the time too.
Yeah.
Trying to figure this out.
I'm just glad that we get a ferry right here because we had to replace the one that we.
But this game, like, you really don't have a problem like with health in this game. Like, just that one area of the darkness, I just kind of struggle.
And there's that sad-looking fairy trapped in the bottle.
Yeah, it is so depressing.
It's just so depressing. But we're about to enter the boss fight.
Finally.
And this wraps up part 8 of the Wind Temple.